Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'll be going through my 5 favourite St Kilda games this year. Now, it's been a very good year for us. We've played a lot of good footy. We've played some shocking footy as well, but these are going to be my favourite games for the year. So I've got no notes for this one. I'm just going to try and remember it off what I can recall, because I feel like if I was to have spent last night researching every game and I come out with a stupid stat like I really liked our GWS game because we had some really good possession footy, you'd say that is ridiculous because nobody wants to hear about the possession footy, but we want to hear about what I enjoyed about these games. Do we? Not really. But we're going to get into game number 5. And it was round 6 against the Fremantle Dockers. What a loss to start. You're kidding. Thought this video was supposed to be positive, and it is. And look, in that moment, I absolutely hated the St Kilda Football Club. To blow a 7-goal lead against Fremantle after the start we had was disgusting. But it was one of my favourite games of the year because hindsight is a beautiful thing. After that game, we played some of our best footy. And they say that, you have to get through the darkest periods to see the brightest days of your life. Now, that was very deep, but the meaning still stands. That was a dark day, and it taught us a lot. It taught us that our worst footy was still terrible. It taught us that you have to play 4 games or 4 quarters of footy. And it taught us that if, you play one premiership winning quarter of footy, that you can't play 3 lackluster quarters of footy. I keep getting that mixed up. It's ridiculous. And you're still going to lose the games. If you play one good quarter of footy, you can still play 3 terrible ones and lose the game. But, look, we had a lot. I think that we were a bit up ourselves going into that game. We were hubbing in Noosa. Bloody Noosa, all right? We had all the positive press going into the hub, and we come out and deliver that. It sat us on our arse, excuse the French, but it did. And Hunter Clark come out after that and said it really brought the group closer. That loss stung, and it did. It hurt me as a St Kilda fan. I'm sure it hurt you. It hurt, it must have hurt the players as well, but it brought them closer together because I feel like if we win that game, we, enter the hub, we go, woohoo, we get the press absolutely blowing up our proverbial, and then we get sat down by another team that we shouldn't. And that hurts more because, we've obviously spiraled, we've lost a bit of control. Bang, Gold Coast hit us, for example, and we lose, and then we don't recover from that. We're downhill skiers at that point. So that was a good game. We had some really good moments. We started really well. We looked good. We just couldn't hold on. But it set us up for the rest of the year really well. Number 4 is against the Doggies, round 2 at Marvel. Now, just a precursor. The elimination final win is not on this list. And I will get into that in the honourable mentions. But we go back all the way to round 2 at Marvel when we beat the Doggies by 39 points. Yes, first win of the year. That's why it's on there. First win of the year. Cathartic emotions. We'd waited 13 weeks for that since round 1 to round 2. So it was awesome that we could come out after being beaten by the Roos to win that game. Butler did some awesome things. Billings kicked 3. Our forwards looked really dangerous. Our back line was really good. We had some really good run. It was a perfect performance to really respond after the amount that we'd been beaten by the Roos. Not just, we shouldn't have lost to the Roos. And I know that when I said the amount that we'd been beaten, it was only a point. But it hurt. It was shocking. Might have been 3 points. I can't remember. But, it was a really bad game for the club. And to respond in the way we did after the period in the world that we'd just gone through, it was really awesome. And I was really proud that we could get up and sing that song for the first time this year. My third favourite game for the year was against Gold Coast, round 10 up at Metricon. It was raining. It was close. It was a danger game. For some reason, we always have absolute thrillers against the Suns. We can never have a game where we just blow them out of the water. I think our last 3 or 4 have been decided by less than a goal, and that's just not good on the heart at all. But it was a close game, and it was really awesome. It was 2 young teams that hopefully will be in the finals picture for a lot longer than just this year. I know Gold Coast didn't make it, but they got the potential. When they get some development into their stars, they're going to be awesome. And hopefully we can continue on our winning ways as well. But it was really good. It was awesome to see people like Joshy Battle stand up and kick some really pivotal goals. It was awesome to see Marshall and Ryder played really well. Did Ryder play? I'm not too sure. I think he did. Dan Butler kicked that awesome running goal. Brad Hill played really well. And then to win a close game, it's always nice, isn't it? It's always nice to win a close game. You know, I think it means a lot more. You know, when that siren goes, it's both yes, and it's also, oh, God, get me a beer. So, you know, it's awesome to win close games, and it was awesome to beat Gold Coast because it was a game that we should have won, game that we nearly didn't, and it was a game that I was glad that we did because it got onto this list, and those songs always mean so much more. So it was great to get that win and keep moving, and that's why it's number 3, because it was a close game, and it's awesome to beat Gold Coast because they're an expansion club, and I don't like them. My second favourite game for the year was against Port Adelaide in round 8 at the Adelaide Oval. We knocked them off by 5 goals. It was probably one of my favourite games ever. It's one that I'm going to remember for a long time. You know, going back to Adelaide after 5 days, you know, who would have thought that, right, looking back, we thought that 5 days was a hellhole. You know, we thought that playing on the Monday and then playing on the Saturday, we were going to die. But that was nothing. We played off 3 days break. You know, it was amazing how the world and the season just capoodled. But yeah, Port Adelaide, 5-day break, again in Adelaide, ladder leaders. It was a tussle. I was expecting to be gallant in defeat. I thought that we were going to play really well for 3 quarters, but just slowly get taken down a peg. But look, we were in it till 3/4 time, and then to keep them goalless and to score 5 ourselves, you know, the celebrations definitely got louder as the goals went in. We started by going, oh yes, only 7 more and we're going to win the game, to yes, we're the kings of the world, you know, we're going to win premierships, and we still could. But look, that was awesome. Ryder and Marshall kicked 4 between them. King took some really good marks. Hind kicked a massive goal on the halftime siren. Dan Butler played really well. Membry kicked a worldie where he got hit onto his boot. That was weird, but we were able to silence the critics, and I think we were really able to move forward as a collective group, and I think that's when the belief started. You know, obviously we went on a little bit of a downhill patch after that, but we knew that we were able to beat the big teams, and that was a really confidence-boosting win. Our half-back line played really well. Dougal Howard played a blinder. It was a game where everything came together, and hopefully we can do that a couple more times this year, but we'll see. And my favourite game in 2020, actually, before that, we'll get into some honourable mentions. I've got 2. So the first one is, of course, the elimination final. I just didn't feel like it deserved to be on this list. It is my favourite win for the year. You're never going to get past winning a final, I don't think. You know, no matter if you think you deserved it, no matter if no matter if you win by a point or 3 points in our case, or you win by 10 goals, you're never going to discount a finals win. So that was amazing. You know, our first finals win since 2010. You know, our first finals performance since, 2011. You're never going to take that away from us. And that's, you know, it's my favourite win, but I don't think it belonged or belongs on this list because not every team gets one. So I feel like, I don't know, you know, Gold Coast can't talk about their elimination final win. So, of course, it's my first and my favourite win, but I just don't think it belongs on this list. And my second honourable mention is Richmond in round 4. Great win. Knocked off the Tigers at Marvel, played some really good footy. The forwards played some awesome footy. The back line, the half-back transition was unreal. We played some really good footy and we deserved to win, but I just don't think it beat... of course it was better than our loss, but I think as an overall game, that Fremantle game set us up for a lot, and I don't think that should be discounted. But my favourite win for 2020 was our win against GWS. Except for the Doggies elimination final, my favourite win was the GWS game. Round 18, secured finals. There was a lot of pressure going into that game, you know. Winning you're in, losing you're done. I don't think people expected us to win. I definitely did, and I think the St Kilda faithful thought we could do it, but I think in that situation, you know, pressure be pressure, you know, who's going to stand up? I don't think a lot of people thought we'd do it, especially after the month we'd had. You know, we scraped over the line against Hawthorn, lost to West Coast, Melbourne and Brisbane in close games, you know, absolutely shot ourselves in the foot against the Eagles as well. I don't think many people thought that we were going to respond the way we did. And the first quarter was a bit, how you going? You know, we were in front, but we probably didn't deserve to be. You know, the second quarter, we again were in front, but it was close. And the third and fourth quarter, we just lifted and kicked away in the end. And that fourth quarter was everything. You know, for people just to be kicking goals at will was unbelievable. And much like the Port Adelaide game, I'm never going to forget that. And especially with what it led to as well. That song was unbelievable, and we got everybody in the huddle and, you know, sang the song, and everybody was so happy. Oh, it was so good. I still watch that song from time to time just because it just reminds me of how good that day was. And, you know, especially when we were able to top it off against the Dogs, it was awesome. So they are my 5 games that I loved this year. I know that the 5th one was a bit weird, but I feel like it deserves to be there because it set us up for some really, really good times. Because if we don't beat Fremantle, or I'll rephrase that. If we lose, I'll rephrase that again. Good one, me. If we beat Fremantle, there's no way known that we beat Port Adelaide. You know, we lose to Fremantle, we are at rock bottom. We can only go up, and we did. So that was really awesome. But look, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a like and a subscribe down below. Look out for some more videos coming on the channel. Hopefully they'll be good as well. Maybe. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Cheerio, sayonara, and goodbye.